good neighbor. Today, we're at an undisclosed location and we're fixing a leak. Let me show you what we're doing here. It looks like this leak is not so bad. It's not good though. Looks like a main drain leak. And yeah, it's just dripping right underneath the building there. So he called last week. So we're gonna go inside as soon as we can. This place is locked up like Fort Knox. And we're gonna see if we can tear the main drain apart. If we can't fix it by tearing the main drain apart, well, we'll have to replace the drain valve. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Maybe I'll show you how we do that. Maybe. I can't show you all my secrets, but there's the leak. Let's see what we can do with it. All right, let's get to work. Okay, before I go inside, I want you to see how much this thing is literally dripping. So that is a pretty good drip. I might have to replace the whole valve. I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna think positive here. But yeah, it's doing quite a number here. But we gotta get inside, and I got some stethoscopes or whatever you call those things that go into your ears. We're gonna use those today and play like a real pipe doctor. Well, it is apparent I'm at this undisclosed location, and what I'm seeing as I get inside is these pressure relief valves are supposed to relieve the pressure. When it gets so high, it's supposed to leak out, but that outside is leaking pretty good. I thought just from the picture that it would be leaking out one of these main drain valves, but I don't see that. I see these pressure relief valves that are supposed to be doing that. And this is 2 systems. So that dripping might just be because of the pressure. I'm gonna hook up this thing. This is called a stethoscope, you know, like the doctors use. Let me grab this, and you can see that, yeah, I got that in the hospital. Somebody got that when I was in the hospital as a souvenir, but I can still use it on pipe to see if something is leaking. So let's try that. I'll stick it up to my ear and give it a gander. So I got this stethoscope hooked up. And I can't really hear anything. Oh, I do hear that. Sounds like it's coming from this one. Let me go check the heartbeat over here. But these things are supposed to be dripping a little bit. So I'm gonna take this apart, and I'm gonna see which one is dripping really bad. But the good thing is I don't think it's the main drain. So let's dig into this and see what happens. Okay, it's apparent they have pressure relief valves that are dripping. So I'm gonna close these valves and see if that's what's dripping out here. Okay, I've closed both of these ball valves on both the systems. So I'm gonna go outside and see if the dripping has stopped. If that's the case, maybe we need to replace these, but they're doing their job. They're relieving the pressure. And I'll check the pressure now. It looks like it's at 171. And this side looks like it's at 174. So left side, 171. Right side, 174. Let's go take a look outside. This other riser right down the drain gauge says 172. You can see that. But it also has a pressure relief valve. And let's go look at that. So this one's dripping too. Just a little bit. Let's go look at that other one and see what happens. Okay, so with both those ball valves closed on the inside, this thing still has a small drip, which could be coming from the main drain, or it could just be the water still inside the pipe, but it has slowed down a lot. So I think it's probably the pressure relief valves. I'm gonna go open them back up and see how bad it's leaking then. Okay, it is apparent that I opened up the right side pressure relief valve and it's barely coming out. So that's probably what I want to see. I'll go open up the other side and hopefully that one will be barely coming out too. Maybe I solved it, maybe I didn't. But the right side is working like it should be. It should be a small drip like that. Either one on the right hand side is open. Now I'm going to open this left hand side one, and that could be the bad one. I don't know. We'll see. But maybe it's not bad. We'll see. Okay, well, I opened up, quiet. I opened up the other side, and you can see that that is leaking really good. I got forklifts going in and out of this truck, so that's what's making all this noise. But looks like the pressure reducing valve on the right hand side is the one that's leaking really good. So I'm gonna go shut it and order a new one. Okay, it is apparent that I took this pressure reducing valve apart, and that's how much it's dripping out. So I'm gonna go get a new pressure reducing valve for this one. That's not supposed to drip like that. Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. Well, it is apparent that I replaced this pressure reducing valve, and when I had it apart, there was no water coming through here. So that was the problem. I have the old one here. Let's take a look at it. You can see that those springs in there get a little wore out. So I think this was a bad one. X marks the spot. But yeah, I replaced it. Let's go outside and see how bad it's leaking now. But I think I did it. Well, that was an easy fix because, well, you have the shut-off valve right there, which makes it really nice. I didn't have to drain the system or anything. So let's go outside and take a gander. Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. As you can see, I got that down to a small drip. That's right, let's take a look at this thing. And that is so much better. So that small drip, let me get you centered there. That's what it's supposed to be, not a running drip. So it was just the pressure reducing valve. So I changed that out, and that's what it should do right there, a small drip. So I'll let the building owner know that that's what it's supposed to do. Not running like it was, but so hopefully he's happy with that. Because all the other ones are dripping just a little bit too, so. All right. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these pressure reducing valve, small drip, easy fix adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. I said bye. Got to be careful around here. You will get run over. Small drip, activate.